We refer to ourselves as AIKON. We exist in the 9th dimension, in the location which you refer to on Earth as your Pleidian star system. We exist in a different realm of existence, a different plane. We can use this method to communicate with you through the realms. We enjoy communicating with you. We enjoy sharing our perspective with you. We enjoy offering you support and guidance in life where you feel it can be helpful. It is most exciting for us to assist you in realizing the power you have within yourselves, because we notice that most of you on your planet are not aware of this infinite power which resides within you. This power which can be used to create whatever it is you wish to create. We feel that when more of you get in touch with this and start to live from this knowingness, this place, your planet will undergo a gigantic shift. A shift in consciousness is currently underway, and it is most exciting for us and for many other beings to observe this, to assist in it however we can.
Hello dear friend, hello, we're so happy and excited to connect with you and to communicate with you in this way today. We're here to offer your guidance, our support on any issues that you wish to explore and discuss with us. So if you have a question for us, please go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Ruben.
We are very pleased to meet you, Ruben.
Pleased to meet you. And you are AIKON?
We are indeed.
I'd love to know a little bit more about AIKON. And
what would you like to know?
The energy, Louise told me that you guys are from the Pleiades, or the Pleiadian star system.
That is right, located in the central sun, which you refer to as Alcyon. But we have said many times before, if you were to go there, if you had the capacity to go there in one of your spaceships, then you would not find us, because we exist in a different dimension.
What dimension would you?
Well, we refer to it as the 9th dimension.
9th dimension, okay. And are you at that high dimension level? You're more of a
well,
collective.
We don't really categorize it as high and low.
Sure.
Just different.
Just different. But in the difference in the sense that we would, as humans, would perceive it as more of a collective energy, as a
yes, we are
group.
collective energy. Yes, speaking to you as one.
Mm-hmm. And you would have in that collective energy from the Pleiades, it would encompass many different races, many different beings.
We consider ourselves one race consisting of many beings.
Okay. Within this, would that encompass all of the Pleiades?
No,
beings,
there are
or
many different Pleiadian groups.
Right. So one of many collectives.
Yes.
Is the AIKON energy.
Yes.
Okay. Now the Pleiades is quite large. a large star
Well, it's all a
system.
matter of perspective.
Right, this is true. From our perspective here on Earth, we look up and we see 7, we call them the 7 sisters, tiny constellation, but yet several stars, more than 7, I'm sure, within that region, in that area. What would be a good reference point for others watching to connect to this energy, in their...
We're not understanding your question. What do you mean, a reference point?
A reference point. So some people in the ancient days would look to the stars to tell stories, to have the constellations as a...
You will not find us in the stars, you will find us in your hearts. And if you wish to connect with us, then we recommend that you do so within yourself. It's not that you're going to find us out there, you're going to find us in here. And most of you, you're searching for everything in the wrong direction. You think everything should be found outside of you when the universe exists within you.
Yes.
So you must turn your attention around, and we are not separated from you by distance, by time, by space. We are connected to you, but you must attune yourself to a certain frequency, like when you turn your radio dial, in order to be able to experience us in our energy. And we said to many of you that we are here and we are accessible for you. And if you wish to connect with our energy, then simply make a request in your heart and make the intention that you want to connect with us. And we'd be more than happy to support you in your times of need when you're experiencing challenges, and to be there energetically with you. But we wish to emphasize that you do not need us, because we don't want you to become dependent on us. We want you to recognize that everything you need exists within you, and you have the capacity to source all the information you ever need in every given moment from within yourself. But we're happy to be here as friends.
Yes, that is the reference point I was looking for.
Okay, we understand now.
Thank you. Truly, that seems to be the main message of the Pleidian energy, is to be in the heart center.
Yes.
Recently, in fact, the past week, we've had some breakthroughs, I would say, in ufology, and we use the term ufology, UFOs, and other. It's sort of our...
Maybe you should start calling them IFOs.
IFOs.
Because you're becoming more aware of what they actually are. Now
Yes.
they're identified flying objects. You're more aware that we exist and there are many different species and you're not alone in the universe.
And this has been a great permission slip to go into these realms. And some of us have had these contact experiences, Louise, myself, and we've been communicating with beings like yourselves for many years. But many on this planet still have created a fear-based barrier to connecting with these energies. But we've sort of gotten a governmental permission slip this past week from the releasing of some top secret government files and videos of UFOs, and it's starting to create waves in the collective consciousness. And I was wondering, how do you guys perceive this energy?
Yes, well, we've already shared with you, for those that have been connecting with us and following Louise's work, you'll know that we've already shared that there is a great shifting consciousness underway on your planet, and we've already explained many times that is the reason why we have connected with Louise to communicate with you at this time, because our particular speciality of our faction is that we support species that are going through a transformation period and expansion in consciousness, and we support them during that time. And what our desire is that this will lead to you becoming part of the galactic community, and we're very excited for this. And as we proceed, there are many races now observing your planet and this transformation. It's a very exciting time for everyone, and And these energies are intensifying because your solar system is moving through a area of energy in space, which is affecting your physical and energetic makeup, and that is having an impact on your consciousness, among other things. And we're very excited to support you in this shift. And these energies are going to get more intense, and it's going to continue unfolding with heightened velocity. It's going to start speeding up more and more.
Interesting. So already some people are flying, the expression flying by the seat of their pants. It's almost too intense, too fast for them, but many others like myself are welcoming these energies, these new ideas.
Yes, whether you like it or not, you're going to be dragged along. So we recommend that you just get on board already, and your shift will be much gentler.
Well, many people during this last week, this announcement from our government to the U.S. government, I should say, other countries have talked about disclosure and the existence of other intelligences for a long time, but specifically the U.S. government has sort of had a policy of not talking about this, especially in an open way, and it was a big break, many feel, for them to start this conversation. And the mainstream...
This is just the beginning.
I understand.
Hold on tight.
Well, many people are upset. They're the opposite. They're actually upset because they feel like they've only disclosed, such a small amount. What would you say to those people who are upset?
We would say... Does the flower get upset when it sees the flower next to it has petals that are opening faster? Does the tree get upset that its branches are not growing fast enough? You must recognize that this is a process of nature. It is a divine energy that is beyond the limitations of your mind and what you believe yourself to be. And the process will happen naturally, in its own time, in the right moment. So stop fighting against reality and how things should be. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Excellent. Is there anything one can do to enjoy the ride a little bit better? Any
Yes, we recommend that you become still. And really what we're recommending for you is the opposite of everything that you've been taught. So you've been taught that you must do and take action. We recommend that you stop and you become still. You've been taught that you must think and use your minds to figure things out. We recommend that you stop thinking and you become still and quiet. It is in the stillness that you can connect to the 0 point energy, which is the fastest vibrating energy of the universe, and it is where you can align your own energy from within yourself in order to experience a connectedness with the source and all that is. And once you're connected with this, then this energy can support you in your life. It can bring to you everything that you need, and it requires a surrender from your mind and how you think things should be, and a recognition that that is not what you are. You're not your mind, you're not your physical body, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotion. You are that which perceives all of these.
You mentioned you're sort of almost, I guess, an evolution or contact specialist, but an evolution group that helps other races go through this transition. Are there many other races out there that are going through a similar awakening as planet Earth?
It's not relevant for us to share this information with
okay.
you right now. Just as when you go to your psychotherapist, they don't share information on their other patients.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, I was just thinking there might be something we could learn from our neighbors who might be going through, but I'm sure it's uniquely
Everything you need to learn is presented to you right in your face, closer than you could ever imagine, because everything in creation is intelligence. It is pure intelligence, and it is acting like a mirror for you. It is a projection of your consciousness, and each of your individual experiences is unique to what you need to experience in that moment. And if you're caught up in your thoughts and you're thinking about past memories or you're projecting into the future, then you're not fully present in the moment, and you're not able to receive the information that's being shown to you in the mirror. You're not looking in the mirror because you're looking in your mind. So you must begin to observe your thoughts, and this will create a disidentification with the thoughts. And you recognize that there is the thoughts appearing and disappearing, and they're coming and going, yet something always remains to perceive them. You must turn your attention to the perceiver.
The who am I aspect, the I of the who am I aspect, as I was kind of trying to say earlier a little bit, who is creating those thoughts? Is that kind of what you're saying? What is the energy behind the one creating the thoughts?
We wouldn't say it's behind.
Or
we would point you to look within yourself.
Okay.
And you must directly experience what we point you to, because it is the only way that you can know it. Otherwise, it just becomes a belief.
Knowing it.
To know it is to experience yourself as it.
Okay.
And it is easier to identify what you are not.
Right.
So have a look and ask yourself, am I this body? The body comes and the body goes. The body changes. There is something which perceives the body, which does not change. Therefore, you are not the body. And each time you recognize something that you are not, it is like taking off a layer of your clothing. And when you've taken off all the clothes and you're standing there naked, what remains is what you are.
Excellent. Yes, great advice.
Thank you.
So as a contact specialist then, basically because you're showing up in my reality and many others who are watching this,
We are indeed.
then we should pay attention.
You should indeed.
All right.
And you should also not just believe everything that we share with you, because we don't wish to disempower you and tell you we have all the answers and we're here to tell you how it is. No, we are here to support you in recognizing that you have all the answers inside of yourself and you have the capacity to discern information that you are perceiving. So you must, yes, we recommend that you be open and you listen to what we're saying and you feel the energy that we're sharing with you, and then you feel into your heart and ask yourself, is this true for me? Does this resonate for me? And if it doesn't, then we recommend that you throw it in the garbage and you don't pay any attention to it. And if it resonates, then we recommend that you take it on board.
So many of us, as I opened my first question with saying, looking out to the stars to find the story of the Pleidians, and you sort of reverted it back into going within. This seems to be the main message of AIKON and our Pleidian
Yes, what
family.
we most want you to understand is that for a long time now, the focus of your energy has been up here in your mind. And that has been serving you up until now. And now there is a new way, something different. It's part of your evolution that can serve you more, and that is to allow these energies to drop down and Drop into the heart, where you will find your power center, where you will find your inner guidance, and to align with that and to act on that. And many of you, you're not even fully present in your physical bodies because it's painful for you to be there. So you're trying to avoid the pain that you're experiencing in your physical body. And it's a kind of defense mechanism that's been learned. And we are kind of training you to remember how to bring the energy back down. This is what's important for us, because it's only when your energy is flowing through your system and you're connected within your heart that you're going to recognize the truth of that which you are.
What are some ways that some people can do this?
We recommend that you, throughout the day, whenever possible, follow the gentle movement of your breath. The breath will anchor your energy in your body. So you simply notice it. You notice the breath moving through the body. And as you notice it, you will become more present. Your attention will drop into the present moment. And as your attention drops into the present moment, maybe memories will appear. And that is okay. You don't have to stop them. You just notice. And maybe thoughts about the future will appear. What am I going to have for dinner? How will my future look? That is okay. They don't have to stop. You simply notice. And we recommend that you become an observer of your experience. And as you do so, everything will begin to slow down. Your experience will slow down. You see, many of you, you're agitated and you're trying to run away from an inner experience, and you're trying to avoid your inner experience or to numb it in some way. And you do this by keeping yourselves busy, busy, busy. You must stop. And it's going to require some courage, because you're going to have to meet everything that you've been running from. You're going to have to meet all the pain inside you that has built up from your childhood and has been repressed. But don't worry, we're here to support you in that. And one moment. You see?
Yes, how are you here to support us in that looking into our fears, or looking into our...
We support you through the process of guiding you to meet the energies that were repressed and fragmented, and to integrate them. And this is what we do when we work with individuals, when we work during sessions and group events with Louise. This is the main focus of our work. And once this inner work is complete, once something has shifted on the inside, what you recognize is that your outer world also shifts in order to reflect the new inner state of being, because your outer state of reality is a reflection of your inner state of being. And many of you, you're trying to fix and change things out there, and it's never going to happen. It's like banging your head on a wall.
Right. So
we're showing you where to go to make those changes, and we're showing you how to make those changes.
I see. I'd like to share a personal download I received the other day on the solstice.
Please, go ahead.
I don't know if it's, well, I'll share it.
Wait a minute. We wish for you to finish this sentence. You don't know if it's what?
I don't know, and then it went out of my mind. I don't know, and then I kind of was like, oh.
Yes, we felt that it was your doubt creeping in.
Oh, okay.
The doubt of your own inner knowing and your own intuition, and this is one of the reasons that we're here to support you in trusting in that, because many of you, you're receiving this inner knowing, and it comes in a subtle whisper, and you're disregarding it because you're taught from a young age to disregard it, that it's not valid, that what is valid is that which comes from your logical mind. But it's time for you to start giving power to this inner knowing.
So during the solstice, I had it was during some breath work, actually. I had a profound download about integrity and how important the integrity of relationships and people and ideas and beliefs, and melding these different aspects of different people, belief systems and everything, and sort of the acceptance of all of this creates a very strong web of reality. I'm searching for the words, but I could see it as a sign of strength. It's interesting. I have a lot of things that came, a lot of energy, a lot of ideas came through and visions came through at this time, but I guess...
Yes, we're receiving it on other levels. We're receiving the information you're sharing with us.
Okay. So I guess with this idea of integrity, I felt that there were some things in my own life that I had not been acting in integrity in, and therefore saw it as a reflection for me to pay more attention to all the little details in my life, to incorporate this integrity, this idea of integrity in more ways. I guess I'm asking, the question I want to ask is, from your perspective, is there any information or guidance I can do to live in integrity?
Yes, we like this question very much, and thank you for your sharing. We honor it very deeply, and we feel it takes great courage to allow yourself to be vulnerable and open in this way, and we thank you for that. We thank you for your being and your sharing, and we agree with that which you shared with us. And integrity means to be 100% absolutely honest with yourself in every given moment, and to do so requires you to face all your inner demons and all the masks that you have been wearing to cover up all the fears and insecurities that you have been hiding. And as you find the courage within yourself to be honest in this way, all these behavioral patterns that have been playing out will begin to fall away, revealing more of your true natural expression. So you must ask yourselves, in each time that you speak something or you take an action, ask yourself, why am I saying this? Am I saying this to gain recognition from others because it gives me a sense of self? Am I saying this to show that I am powerful because inside I'm feeling powerless? Am I saying this in order to impress others because I feel that I don't have worth? And as you begin to honestly reflect in these ways, you will meet all of your shadows and demons. But that's a good thing, because that's where the treasures and the gems and the beauties lie. You must enter into the heart of darkness in order to penetrate through into the light. There is no shortcut. It is not a journey for the weak. It takes courage, and this is true courage to do this. This is true strength to allow yourself to be so weak that you see all of your darkest parts. And you're not afraid to feel the pain that will trigger inside of you, because it is only in the feeling and the allowing and the welcoming of the pain and the emotions that these energies integrate and return to the light. You can't go around it, you can't run away from it, you can't escape it. You must meet it.
And this meeting of the well, just the meeting of the fears is truly, it seems most of humanity is being faced with this right now in many ways. Is this, I'm assuming, you can clarify, but I'm assuming that this is the process that we must go through in order to meet these higher energies.
Yes, it's like you're having childbirth and you're going down the birth canal, and it's a dark place.
But there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and that's where you're headed.
Okay.
You can't go back up the birth canal.
No, that would not be good for our moms. I hate to again look outside of what's now, but it's also exciting to think about the future, and in a future reality where a lot of the suffering doesn't exist as it does now. What do we have to look forward to, if you can share and I'm not...
We would call that escapism.
Okay, just to look forward to something is exciting.
We would call that a running away from what is right here, right now, because a part of you feels dissatisfied with it. And we would ask you to ask yourself, what part of me is dissatisfied? How am I not fully enjoying this moment as perfection right now?
And doing that, for myself, I sort of have a vision of what some people might call a utopian future. And
utopia does not exist in the future. Utopia exists here and now. And if you allow yourself to identify with this idea from your mind that it exists in the future, you will always be running to another place in the future which escapes from the now, because the mind can never be satisfied. You may notice in your own life when the mind has an idea, when I get this relationship, when I find a partner, I'll be happy.
Right.
And so then it waits and it looks and it finds the partner and it is happy.
Right.
For a short time.
Short time, right.
And then a new desire to jump to the future arises.
Right.
And it's the same pattern of the mind. And when you get to your utopian future, the mind will not be satisfied. Your satisfaction is your true satisfaction and bliss and joy and peace is available to you right here and right now when you allow yourself to surrender fully to this moment and you become still.
I resonate with that. I understand that. But
it's not enough to understand it. You must experience it.
Oh, and I have. Trust me, I have been experiencing this.
Wonderful.
A lot. The idea, the mechanism of this looking forward to the future, and I understand your perspective of escapism, but is there not an aspect of evolution that comes through this idea as far as striving to achieve?
Well, this is the aggrandization of the ego that likes to think it is a powerful being. I am responsible for the evolution of humanity.
Okay, I see. So that
it likes to feel special.
Oh, okay. So in reality,
we would chop off its head.
Okay.
We don't mean to be aggressive with you. We simply play.
No, I understand. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I've never thought about chopping the ego's head off. And
we also wish to clarify that the ego is not something bad or evil or wrong with you. It is a natural part of being human, and it also serves you in some ways.
Yes.
So we don't wish to demonize it and say that it's wrong and it must go away.
Yeah.
We're just joking here, and we're saying this so that you can relax and enjoy your ego for what it is. And it only becomes distorted or imbalanced when you're identified with it and you believe that that's what you are.
Sure. Yeah, thank you for clarifying, because I think people who are new to this information might knee-jerk reaction
Yes, we felt that.
think that they have to cut the ego.
No, absolutely
cut
not.
the ego's head
That
off.
would be to cut a part of yourself.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
And we don't promote violence in any way.
Thank you. Thank you. So you know, again, it's so weird. I know the answer. And
That's wonderful. We're very excited to hear this. When you ask us a question and you tell us you already know the answer.
We already know the answer, and then we throw in a but, and we're going to say but, and then you're going to say the same thing again, but we're still going to go and we're going to beat the dead horse.
We enjoy this game. We enjoy to play with you in this way.
Yes, we're going to beat the dead horse. I see a world of, you know, a world of disclosure where we're interacting with these other beings is very exciting, and a world where we're taking care of our planet, which I'm doing now is to the best of my ability with all the options I have.
Wonderful.
But I still use the word but, and
You'll grow out of it.
I will. But I still can see 5 steps ahead of, you know, I'm taking care of the earth in the best way I can now, but I see 5 steps ahead where I can take care of the earth better, and other people, together we can recognize this. And
well, this is wonderful. This can also be a true desire that's coming from your heart. And we feel that in your case it is. And you'll be able to discern if it's a true desire and longing from your heart and a creative expression, if it's joyful for you to do this and you feel excited and passionate about it, or if it's something that's causing you suffering and misery. And we feel in your case, it's a kind of creative drive and inspiration, and it's wonderful that you act upon that.
So that, in that case, that would not be the ego then, right? Because
well, you must be vigilant with ego, because it's very sneaky, and it likes to go in the back door, and you got to remain vigilant with it. And the most important is to check in with yourself. Is my energy focused in the present moment right now? And in the present moment there is also space for excitement about what you wish to create, but you're not identified with it and caught up with it and already there and away from here.
Yes. So it's so as long as we sort of check the checklist, right?
Yes, check in with yourself. Am I aware of how it feels in my feet right now? Am I aware of how it feels in my hands, in my gut? How is it feeling in my body? Are there any contractions? And when you bring your attention back into the body, many times what you'll notice is that a part of you is tensed up and it's contracted. And when it is, your energy is not flowing freely. So when you become aware of that, when you check in with yourself, I'm tense here, I have a knot in my stomach, I have a tightness in my neck, and breathe and invite it to relax, your system will open. As your system opens and relaxes on deeper and deeper levels, the energy will flow more freely and you'll become more connected and aligned, and it will be less pushing and resistance and hard work and more allowing, and what you need will flow to you.
Great advice.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was one of the tips I was looking for being able to navigate this, these changes and this energies, these fears that we are facing now as humanity.
What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? Well, I think part of this download that I got, this integrity, there's some basic survival things that I was not aware of that I looked into, you know, because you sort of push that away when you're in your data, like you said, staying busy, get busy with everything else. But I still had some survival issues of, you know, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to survive in this structure, this social, structure of making money and earning your keep and all these things. And I had some things to look at in that area. But I also felt it was much bigger than me. There's many people on this planet who are still facing those fears of survival. And
yes, and we would ask you that when this fear comes, to ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I did. Actually, I looked at that aspect of myself, and I said, "What's the worst thing that can happen?" And I felt safe. I felt that is, in every moment up into my life now, I've always been taken care of. I've always had everything I've needed in the moment, and I sort of used that. I've used my life experiences as an example to release that energy, release that fear, because it was just, again, a sort of an illusion, sort of an idea, concept that had been lurking.
Wonderful, wonderful. Many of you're afraid of your own fears, and when you get friendly with your fears and you start to make a relationship with them, and you don't run away from them or try to avoid them or not face them. When you find the courage to face them, what you will discover is that these big monsters and demons are little bunny rabbits, and they bring you great gifts. So get curious about it and explore within yourself. What am I scared of? What's the worst that could happen? How would that feel? And let yourself feel that feeling right now. And many times when you fully allow that feeling and you surrender to it and you let it be, then what you will recognize is that there is an underlying peace and beauty and bliss that is always here, and it's always accessible to you. It just depends where you're turning your attention. And once you find this place and you know where to turn your attention, you can rest there in every moment, and you will be undisturbed by the comings and goings of life, by the temporary experiences, by the thoughts, by the emotions, because you will be the stillness at the bottom of the ocean that does not feel the waves and the storms on the top of the water.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's about perspective and how you see things and how you look at things. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay. Thank you for interacting with us today in this way.
Yes.
It was a great pleasure for us, and we greatly admire your openness and your authenticity and your honesty, and we feel these are great qualities that can be an inspiration to others, because we see that you're truly living and embodying that which you are learning and understanding, and that is wonderful, and we wish to acknowledge it. And thank you for your being. We see your purity of heart, we see your beauty, we see your light, and we are very grateful to have this opportunity to connect with you. We love you very much, and we send you many blessings, and we leave you now, dear friend. Goodbye.
Thank you. And she's back. How was that?
Hi. Good, good. Did you enjoy?
Yeah, very good, very good. So went some places I wasn't expecting to go to.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I never know where it's gonna go. That's the best way, really, just to let it flow in the moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those birds.
Wow,
the
so many
parrots.
parrots! I've never seen so many.
Wow.
Maybe I'll check
Great.
the spiritual meaning of parrot.
Yeah. I've never seen parrots in Burbank. There's a whole bunch of them over there.
Wow, it's amazing! Look how many!
Yeah.
It's like they're doing a show for us.
Yeah. I've never seen this in Burbank before. We're in the parrot heaven.
Wow! Look!
Yeah. It's kind of funny. We'll see what happens. Why not?
Hello once more, dear friend. We're so happy and excited to reconnect with you and to communicate more with you in this way.
Yes, thank you for coming back. And we have several friends here, bird friends, to share the energy with. I think Louise said we could do some work in a way maybe for our audience to understand how you work, and I'm willing to go down that path.
You're willing to be the guinea pig?
Yes, I am.
Very well. We'll be very happy to support you in this process.
Okay.
Please close your eyes.
Okay.
Is it possible for us to reschedule this with you on another day? Because
Yes.
we feel that the sound is too distracting for you to fully take advantage of this process.
Yes, we'll find a quieter spot in the future. And
Okay, we'd be very happy to do that with you.
thank you so much.
So you can get the most out of this. Would you like to ask us anything else right now?
What's the significance of the parrots, if there is any?
We'll let you do your research and figure that one out for yourself.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you. I think I'll take you up on the meditation when in a quieter space. Otherwise, until then.
Yes, we'll be very happy to guide you through this process at an appropriate time and place in your space-time continuum.
Thank you.
We're happy for this short interaction with you. Until next time, dear friend, goodbye.
Bye. These guys.
I guess it wasn't the right
They
moment.
came out of nowhere.
So we'll start by bringing our attention to the breath and just noticing how the breath's gently moving through the body. Bring your attention fully present to this moment. Notice the sounds. And notice the feeling of beingness. Feel your feet touching the ground. And allow your body to gently relax and open. And feel how you can gently drop into the body, becoming aware how it feels in the body. So you're noticing the breath moving. And you're becoming aware of sensations. Notice how it feels inside the hands. inside the abdomen, the chest, the throat. If any thoughts arise, just notice them. Don't try to stop the thoughts. Allow the thoughts to be there. And turn your attention to that which is aware of the thoughts. Inquire into the nature of that which is aware. That pure awareness in which the space in which the thoughts are arising. And what you'll find is that that awareness is a sense of wholeness, completeness. There's a deep sense of peace as you gently relax and open to that. It has no name, no form, no shape, no size. It just is. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't want anything. Keep your attention as that. This feeling, I am. And notice how it feels in the body. If you notice any sensations in the body that might be interpreted as emotions, it could be boredom, agitation, sadness, heaviness. Whatever is felt, take away the mental interpretation and the label of the experience and simply meet the sensations as they are without trying to change anything, without trying to get rid of any sensations, without trying to become anything, without expecting anything from this moment, just very gentle, letting go, letting go, letting go, and dropping into being. If there is a sensation somewhere in the body, you might experience it like you are a subject and the sensation is the object. And you can move closer to it by dropping into it so fully that you become one with the sensation, by opening to feeling what is here so fully that there's no longer a subject and an object. There's only feeling, being. There's only this present moment. Many times the mind will try to jump in with some form of resistance to this. And that's okay. If there's resistance in the form of thoughts or in the form of not wanting to feel anything, just notice that and include that also in the experience. Nothing to change, nowhere to get to, nothing to become. Fully embrace the perfection of this moment, here and now. Align fully with this experience. Say yes fully to this experience. The only thing that brings suffering is when we argue with the reality of what is, when we have an idea of how our experience of this moment should be, and that idea is different from how this moment actually is. So if we let go of this idea and fully accept whatever is here right now, we like what is here, we love what is here, we're grateful for what is here, then every moment is a blessing, every moment is a gift to be enjoyed. We can enjoy sounds which the mind might interpret or label as unpleasant, because there's no judgment of them. There's just a pure experiencing. And we can experience ourselves as this I am, this beingness. We can be one with the present moment in every moment of our life, and our whole life can become a meditation. So if you very gently open your eyes, you keep your attention in the body, you keep noticing the movement of the breath, you keep noticing the sensation of your feet touching the grass. Even when you stand up, when you go to get a drink, the meditation continues because you're connected within to this deeper space of being.
Excellent. Thank you. And the paradox is
Last time we had the parrot party, and now we've got the sewing party,
yeah.
or whatever he's doing.
I think he's cutting some lumber or something. You can only cut so much lumber in one day, so I know it's not going to last forever. Eventually he has to do something with the lumber, right? Oh my
Maybe we're
goodness.
supposed to do a third interview next year, Ruben.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can wait that long to release this.
When will it be aired, do you know?
It's supposed to air in March.
This episode?
This episode, yeah. I have to deliver it before the end of the year.
Okay. Okay.
That could be serious.
Sounds like he's chopping a tree down.
Yeah, that's some weed. That's some serious weed whacking.